Alright, we are in, guys, and this game was apparently remade, so not that big a deal. It is SynC up 2-0 after they took a pretty easy game 2 victory, and this means we'll just have to skip straight to the draft and start talking about lineups right off the bat. Kraken, Torture, Hag, Rally, and Parasite, the first 5 picks for the Legion team.
I love that draft.
I'm okay with it except for Rally.
They need the rally stun. I mean, they're lacking stuns a little bit without that rally, but I think it works out really well. I mean, lots of AoE presence. I've never seen Beaverbanger play Wretched Hag, so that's going to be a first for me. But, yeah, their draft is looking much better than it has the last 2 games. Well, contrary to game 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think game 2 draft was kind of weird. Game 1 draft was fine.
Yeah.
Apparently Insania can't figure out what hero he wants to play, but we're going to see Pyromancer once again. And actually Mickey's hands this time. Zlap's playing Balfagor, so Jungle Balf, and Voodoo Jester. Okay, I guess SynC just doesn't care anymore. I mean,
let's get it on.
I'm not sure if I can come to any other conclusion other than SynC is like, we're just gonna win, guys, so might as well start going crazy.
Pretty much.
Has Flens ever played Flux before?
Yeah.
I don't
I've seen
know.
him play Flux. Uh-huh.
Has Zlap played Balfagor? I don't know.
Yes.
Has Mickey played Pyromancer?
Yep.
Has Insania played Voodoo Jester?
That one I don't know about.
I know that Casey's played Switchblade before, obviously.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. But
Looks like Nullstone's going to do the 5-man roam. Maybe not.
Yeah, they
Second
said
guessing
3
themselves.
top, and then I said 5 top, and then they're like, well, maybe only 3. But I guess this is a pseudo tri-lane. They're like, hey, SynC keeps doing it and it keeps working, so our turn.
Yeah. They're going to be doing a Jungle Balfagor, I think.
Yes, they are. Best alt avatar. Yes.
Cookies.
Zlap has to die a whole lot. It's very important that happens.
I think I give SynC the advantage this game because they have 5 alt avatars.
That you like?
No, they're just 5 alt avatars.
Does,
But wait. Nullstone has 5 alt avatars too. We got an even matchup, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
10 alt avatars coming out from both SynC and Null.
I think the alt avatar battle goes in favor of SynC, though. I mean, they've got the Cookie Balf. That's huge.
But keep in mind, they have the Bird Rally on Nullstone.
And they have Steampunk Pyro. Bird Rally I'm not a huge fan of. And I don't like the Wretched Hottie alt that much either. I much prefer Hocus Pocus.
Quite the alt avatar connoisseur, Quincy.
Not really. Nano Parasite better than NV Parasite. And Jester doesn't actually have that many good ults in my opinion. It's a bit unfortunate. It's a good hero, I'd like to see more of it.
Balf blocking the hard camp for Parasite. Parasite has boots though, so we can just keep throwing these auto attacks onto Zlap.
Yeah. So Parasite gonna go aggressive here with the early boots, it looks like. Actually, Insania gonna block it. Zlap's now going, damn it! That's hard camp.
This top lane's gonna be awesome. Gonna be so much action up here. Got VJ Roman to top, so it's gonna be a Kraken against the Pyro mid.
And Insania already pulling the wave, actually. I guess they just want to get some creeps up, or some skeletons up for Balf, so he can get his minions going and have his own fun time in the jungle. Parasite can rotate over to the hard camp here with a Vagabond leader. Actually, that's gonna be pretty good for him. Nice farming creep if he can't gank. And Rally Torture. Fine lane, I guess. Double stun, not bad. Other lanes, meanwhile, we've got Suicide Switchblade up against a Wretched Hag, so that should be pretty easy for Hag to win with the Haunt spam, as...
Looks like he'll be maxing taunt. Smart move.
Yeah. Yeah,
Lane's
Swiftblade
gonna get pushed a little bit here, though. He brought one creep to the tower.
Swiftblade can't really afford to waste his spin every single time Haunt comes out, so...
Yeah, Hag's missing a lot of creep kills. She's only 6-0, 220 in. There we go.
Come on, Beaverbanger, step it up.
So Swiftblade's actually heading CS at the moment.
Yes, he is. 9-2 compared to 8-0 right now.
Lane's gonna get pushed in Keizu's favor as well.
Yeah, the double archer. So he needs to hard deny this wave.
Yep.
There's some creeps here that he could kill, and he's not. There we go. Starting to auto-attack them finally, but Keizu gonna get some more lane control here, and he's gonna spin on these creeps actually. Gonna get a fair bit out of that, but it's a bit dangerous, because now he does not have the spin, of course, which is the real reason why the Suicide Switchblade is a viable build. He's also gonna lose some lane control as well, so that was weird.
Yep.
Mid lane, Pyro versus Kraken. Kraken taking a whole bunch of damage, 250 gold per minute for him, and you compare that to Mickey at 350, so definitely having the better time in terms of both the CS score as well as the battle for health. Mickey being, or not Mickey, but Cholo Simeon being forced to chug his bottle. While Mickey also has a bottle, but is sitting on a health pot, compared to Kraken's complete lack of regen outside of his bottle.
It looks like Nullstone might be in kind of uncharted territory. I've never seen them do a dual aggressive lane or pseudo tri-lane aggressive, so this could be interesting.
That was a super freaking loud roar from Rally.
Parasite opts to go back to his own jungle. Stacking the medium camp, he has a Vulture Lord right there.
Felt like something happened. I don't know, maybe Beaverbanger out of CS. But 270 damage or GPM for Beaverbanger here compared to Swiftblade at 254, so Keizu's doing just fine here in this bottom lane, and should continue to do so. Especially as he has lane control now, compare that to middle, as once again Kraken is losing 230 compared to Mickey at 380 GPM. So we were talking the last game about how Mickey is just on fire right now, and he's carrying that over here. Look at the GPM charts, he's way above.
He must have missed maybe 1 or 2 creep kills at the most so far.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's like a health pot, and actually, or sorry, a mana pot I mean. He could do something here. Nice, uses the charge back, and that's the Bloodlust. Just shoots him in the face.
How old is Mickey again? Is he 14?
14 or 15, something like that.
This guy's potential is just out of this world. 460 GPM, 5 minutes in with a Pyromancer mid.
That's not bad. We're just going to put a Curse Ground there onto the Torture, and Torture is dead.
Yep. I mean, Mickey's always been a great player, but he's looking especially dominant. This might be the best I've ever seen him before, just out of these scrims today.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's unbeatable right now.
Yep.
And Rally, gonna take a cask, and no Curse Ground. We'll see if he gets pulled back in. But perhaps just going to take this. The Torture wants to chain reactions, but can't really line up the angle. Does eventually miss it. Now here's the Compel onto 2, but there's the Curse Ground, and this is going to be bad. He will kill Insania, but he's also going to die to Flensmeister on that Flux, so
if he had hit that stun, that would have been so far different.
And the 6-minute rune can be tested here, as Kraken not level 6 quite yet. Mickey not going to get it, as Kraken charges him away, but Slapped is here. Actually, did he get it?
Bought.
Yeah, Mickey actually picked it up in the bottle. And the rune was bought. It gets picked up by Keizu. It's Illusions. Now, Kraken might have gotten it. I'm not really sure who got the rune. It was a refreshment either way. It doesn't matter that much. Top lane, they are chasing down Flens right here. And Sanya gets him a health pot, which will actually go off all the way. Looking for a Curse Ground, perhaps. And for Flux to come back in and help do something, but has no mana. So Compel over the cliff. And it looks like
Alphagor rotating.
Okay,
he'll be
will
fine.
be just fine. Yeah, Zlop down this Balfagor is at 220 gold per minute. Middle lane actually Kraken in a lot of trouble, but just barely able to get away. Here comes Parasite, and doesn't get the stomp because he has no mana on the creep.
Why didn't he slow him?
Why didn't who slow him?
A little bit questionable.
Oh, Kraken? What, didn't Kraken slow?
No, why didn't Parasite get out of his creep and slow the
Oh.
Switchblade with Bleach?
That's a good question. Yeah.
What? There's no follow-up for Kraken there. Kraken could have ulted Swiftblade right after that stun and gotten a kill.
Yeah,
They're a
well,
bit nervous right now. They probably don't think that VJ is actually in the jungle. And not only that, but Pyromancer was back at base, to which he just returned mid, so...
we have a ward here up near their ancients. We're just spotting Swiftblade out, so they know exactly where he is at this point. And Impalement's gonna go down, plus the chain reaction, so Swift's gonna be in some trouble. Has no Swift Slashes quite yet, so gonna need to be real careful about this, but instead they're just gonna turn this around onto Torture, and that'll be an easy kill. Kraken looking for something, release the Kraken, actually gonna catch the Minotaur more than anything. They finally will kill Keizu, and perhaps gonna force Parasite out of the Minotaur here. But Rally looking to help protect his buddy, and what you got really not sure of the angle he wants to take, finally goes this direction. He will be okay, level 3 infest, which means he's not forced to come out of the creep because he doesn't lose any health. He will be fine. Apparently Balfagor had too many cookies and now he's vomiting everywhere.
Yeah. Disgusting Balfagor. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Beaverbanger's pushing the bot lane. It's at about half HP right now, and he's farming fairly well. He's about 315 GPM, highest on his team, almost by 100. So
I don't think he's farming fairly well.
315 isn't bad.
He should have beaten the Swiftblade harder than he did. Even excusing that, though, Swiftblade hasn't been in this bottom lane in a long time. Like, Beaverbanger's had complete free farm down here. He has not rotated. It's been Keizu going to the middle lane, and he should be much higher than he is right now. I mean, you look at Flensmeister, he's at 350 gold per minute, and that was with a much more heavily contested lane than Beaverbanger's had. I mean, obviously Pyro's doing great, but yeah, Rally and Swivel at the top lane has no compel, tries to Seismic Slam, but does not, because he dies before it goes off. I don't know, I feel like Beaverbanger's farm should be a lot better than it is right now. Or not a lot better, maybe not a lot better, but definitely better than 330 gold per minute. Pyromancer gonna ult right on Kraken's face and kill him. Parasite, no Skeleton King, and Pyro's gonna TP away. Chain reaction's too late.
Damn.
It's a nice play from Mickey, knowing that the stuns were down, no reason to stop his teleport. And
good presence of mind from Mickey.
Yeah, can just leave. Because he probably would have died if he had tried to juke. Torture coming in with chain reactions and the impalement, of course. But 7-2 up for SynC once again in this, and things not looking great.
Yeah. I feel like Null needs to be practicing a little bit more.
And this is, I mean, this is what they have to do. This is good for them. They have to take a whole bunch of these games against the top teams and try to improve a little bit. Like,
the Hellborn have destroyed a Legion
realistically,
tower.
I don't think there's any chance they can catch SynC eSports this season. But they can definitely catch some other teams. Right now, the middle of Diamond is a clusterfuck, to be honest. Like, it's just... They could beat BMG and Reason and The Last of Us and Wapdash, or not Wapdash, and Prime Icarus and Dawn. They may be able to beat Willowkeeper. I'm not entirely sure about that. But anyway, let me jump here. Once again, the cast getting 2, and actually Curseman hit 2 as well, I think. Rally going to be the first one to jump. And even try to Seismic Slam. Helen North, they're going to help 2 dead off the bat for Legion's side, though, and it looks like they'll be able to kill Balfagor here as well. Chain reactions are going to come to him, and they end up getting a 3-for-1.
Nice.
Yeah.
They need trades like that.
They need a lot more trades like that.
Yep. So they're only behind by about 4k gold, 2k experience now. Still a big lead, but definitely reducing the lead that SynC has over them. But yeah, man, Pyro's at 460 GPM, Flux 350, and Keizu only at about 280, but that's understandable for the lane that he was against.
Armor's gonna have his portal key here as well. Already has Steam Boots, Grave Locket, Bottle, Teleport, and a Minor Totem. And there's the PK. Gets a little dragon.
What Null needs to do is they need to get towers right now.
Yep.
They need Parasites to be pushing towers or something, because while SynC has 2 portal keys, they're going to be non-stop roaming, just getting kills left and right. So if they can get a little bit of map control back, up Kraken mid.
Yep. And I was watching that the whole time, and yeah, there's only going to do the Curse Ground on top of him. and the Voodoo Jester ultimate. Riley gonna come in here
Riley
looking
wants
for
it.
something onto Flux, but he's pretty damn tanky. Had no Seismic Slam at that point, and it looks like he will be in some trouble. Flux probably gonna die here. Yes, Insania does manage to back Parasite off with the cask. And now here's Pyromancer. Says, you know what? I can do stuff too, buddy.
500 GPM from Mickey, 12 minutes in.
It's fine.
On a Pyromancer, nonetheless.
It's fine. It's fine.
Looks like one of the spectators is already disconnected.
But, I mean, I don't want to say this is going to be the same type of game as we saw last game, but it's rapidly moving in that direction. I don't think it's going to be a true 15-minute CC. They might stick out a little bit longer than that, but I wouldn't be surprised if SynC manages to beat this pretty easily. Teleport coming in here as they do kill the tower, but Hell on North, and it actually doesn't do all that much damage. There wasn't too many charges built up. Parasite in the Skeleton King, taking a bit of damage from the Balf minions, the little cookie men. Get him! And Cask bouncing around. Nice Seismic Slam out of 3, and the release Kraken there will also catch them, so Insane gonna die right off the bat. Kraken charge onto Keizu on that Switchblade, and he'll also go down, so...
Well played.
Yeah.
They need towers right now. They need to stop trying to farm and just at least get that middle tower.
Yep. As they're currently down 4 towers to 0. And the experience is even. So, that's nice. They're not doing too badly on levels. It's just the gold that's really been crushing them.
Right. And it's those tower kills, man. That's the big difference here. I mean, Nullstone's only behind by 2 hero kills, which very small lead for SynC as far as hero kills are concerned. But
right.
Yeah, 5k gold lead, 13 minutes in. That's pretty big.
I mean, if they were to kill 4 towers right now, that would be even. As bottom lane, Insania just barely gonna die. The Curse Ground does finish off Durance. But
you weren't kidding when you said barely. He lived with 2 HP when Insania died.
Yeah.
For Allah.
Isis invading Han.
Alright, so spot tower should fall here. Looks like Flux is trying to
definitely die.
Deny.
Yeah.
Can Flux get the deny? That's the question. Why are they backing off?
Yes, he can.
Oh no. Well, a tower kill's a tower kill, but yeah, they need that gold, man.
Yeah, I mean, for them, it is a lot about the map control, of course. That does help a lot. Pyromancer's not going to get a stun right there. He's just trying to jump on top of this rally. He was only at about 1200 health, so yeah, the Pyromancer combo will kill him. And they're looking to catch out. Pyro actually is. Yeah, he portal kicked back. That was bad.
Oh
Mickey gonna
no.
die.
There we go.
Yeah, that's good. Nice flank there from Kraken.
Yep. Mickey played the dodge well, dodging the Kraken charge, but yeah, wasn't enough.
It's too much from Rally and Kraken, too much mobility and gotcha potential.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing you dropping some wards here in the Legion side. We haven't talked about that too much, but Drent's heavily defensive here in his own woods, trying to use the Rev to make sure that they're not any aggressive wards from Hellborn, as well as the Rune ward. Insania does have a ward in the Legion woods, though. And Drent's also got one over here on top of the statue to provide some defense for that tier 2 tower in the top lane. So the Legion side not looking to get aggressive, not a huge surprise there. But
the gold and experience difference are just about even. I mean, SynC's ahead by 3k gold, but Null's ahead by about 3k experience.
yeah,
So a little bit of compensation.
and that's with a 3-tower advantage on the Hellborn team. So if you look at the...
Null's definitely had a good chance this game. I mean, they're bringing it back with force.
You look at the GPM charts, and it is a little bit misleading because of those tower kills. If those towers get equalized, then Nullstone will be ahead in gold and experience.
Yep, no doubt about it. They're just not playing as a team very much. I mean, they're all in different lanes right now. They're not really grouping for pushes at all. I don't think they've tried to push once as a team.
Yeah, and especially with a Parasite on your team, you expect a little bit more in terms of tower pressure. You also have a Torture.
Right.
But who maxed the helmet?
Yep, Kraken getting his PK, so hopefully we'll see some more jumps on behalf of Nullstone.
Yep.
Looks like he's rowing mid, hoping that Switchblade's going to push up, but Keizu will back, and rightly so.
And so yeah, relatively passive phase right now as Hellborn Mickey is trying to find something. He's also trying to steal some resources from the Legion side in their jungle and let the Hellborn farm up their own woods.
Fuzzy's off enough for his portal key now, so 2 portal keys on Nullstone in just a
Assuming he
few
doesn't
seconds.
die right here.
Yep. Uh-oh, Fuzzy. Uh-oh, Fuzzy.
Fire PK. Fire PK. He did. He bought it.
Okay.
So he does die. But he bought the PK.
He bought it like 1/10 of a second before he died.
He would have had
Literally.
enough. He had like 2,400 gold when he died, so he could have bought it anyway, even if even once he died. But Word of Rev here. Does that see the Word of Sight? I feel like it should.
Nullstone counter push mid. It's the right move.
Yeah, they're gonna take a 2-2 tower top on the Hellborn side. They will heavily pressure the mid tier 1 on the Legion. Pyromancer's looking for something. He can easily kill probably the Hag or the Torturer.
He'll be sacrificing his own life if he does.
Yeah, but with a port away from Tort, actually, he can jump this Hag and kill her. Choosing not to, but the top push is continuing. Rally gonna be back up here. He's level 11, has the portal key. So here comes a TP in. They're gonna need something to stop this jump, and Kraken gonna try to do something about it. But the Swift Slash is on top of him, and that's not the greatest. Pops the illusion, but really doesn't do very much. And there's the compel forward from Rally, but again, no seismic slam. Hellor and Newer, they're gonna counter really hard. And Voodoo Jester in the background, channeling his ward. Everybody's dying on the Legion side. Drenson
All
second
that
one to
haggle
fall,
was
and
beautiful.
there goes Fuzzy Sloth. Yeah, they're trying, but they're just a little too tanky here. They finally do kill the Balthazar, and they will serve cookies at his funeral.
Oh man.
Genocide.
If
But that was bad.
Kraken had not gotten caught out there, if he had jumped one of them, that would have been a completely different team fight.
That was a pretty serious miscommunication.
Yep.
Is what it was.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
That's where practice comes in, man.
I mean, they just did not have the correct coordination right there at all.
Yeah.
They've got Portal Key on Kraken, they have Portal Key on Rally, they're both level 2 ultimates, and Drent's here gonna get jumped. Kraken missing the charge on Swiftblade, and he eats the torrent with the spin. Kraken now gonna man up on this a little bit. Drent's does die in the background, but Cholo Simeon has to be so mad about that.
That felt good.
Kazu was sitting there with about 50 health. And he should have been crushed, but he wasn't. Fuzzy Sloth does get the kill on a Fundsmeister, but in the meantime they take the top tower and the top rack. So we were talking before about how Nullstone was coming back in this game, and then they just basically took the worst team fight they possibly could have.
Well, it should have been in their favor, but that
Yeah.
miss with the Kraken charge.
It should have been in their favor, but they didn't coordinate it correctly. I mean,
Right.
they had the TP coming in, and SynC was already gone. Like, once they were gone, they should have been like, fine, we're not going to chase this far. But it should have been Rally initiating with the Compel and the Portal Key instead of the Kraken. I don't understand why they felt like they did it there. They had to do it the way they did. I mean, they shouldn't have put the port up on the tower, because that was what said to SynC, okay, we're going to back off now.
Yeah.
If they just let Rally come in, compel onto them, and then port, then you're coming in at the right time. But anyway, Nullstone Gaming taking a very bad fight right there, and they do have double stacked Ancients, so maybe that'll help them a little bit, but they're down by now 12k gold, 6.5k experience, and I mean, they already lost the top racks, which that's just going to keep pushing in, and it's going to be another place where they're going to get relatively low gold farms, so not going to be great. And Sanitarius on Flux. Okay.
Whoa. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's weird.
I like it though. I think it has potential.
Voodoo Gesture is a life brand.
Jeez.
Just saying. 281 gold on gold per minute on Insania. Yep, and we're noticing that.
That makes 3 light brands. Well, okay, so Beaverbanger finishes Grimoire. So we're probably going to be seeing 3 Grimoires this game. Our Mance will have his within 300 GPM or 300 more gold.
I'm not sure if Voodoo Gesture is going to get to the point where he actually gets a Grimoire, but he might be going for it.
Mm-hmm.
In greed, Art of Donde Esta Lightning. Pyromancer, out of all the heroes, should have some goddamn lightning.
I agree. He opts for the Grimoire instead. Maybe he'll get the lightning after for that increased lightning damage, you know?
There you go, that's fine. But get the lightning first. I want to see the lightning now.
Right. I agree with that.
I want to see more lightning.
I mean, they do have that Thunder God Flux avatar, whatever the fuck his name is, so he should have it.
Alpha Balthagor just throwing up all over everything because he had too many cookies.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
This ult makes me very sad that I don't play
Serial
Balthagor.
killer.
And so I'm playing Beaverbringer dies to Mega because Pyromancer got burst, man.
Wow.
And yeah, he did finish the Grimoire. Held their Parasite on Swiftblade.
That's something we don't
There's
see
the rally
very
stun
often.
onto 2. Compel, or no, actually, Kraken Charge misses if the push buck work. Swiftblade a lot of stun, but he's gonna die right off the bat, but there's the hell on Neworth. Wow.
It's a three-way. Unicorn stem rainbow.
What?
Genocide.
Slap wins.
The Hellborn have destroyed a
Are we gonna
Legion
see a top
tower.
5 this week with that?
Hellborn wins.
That should be a top 5. I'm submitting that to Skyzorns right now. God damn it,
That
I
was
didn't switch the
amazing.
overlay again.
Wow.
Such a fucking loser. But yeah. Okay. Well, Zlap wins. Zlap wins all of the things. So congratulations, Zlap. for
Too many
winning.
cookies.
Yeah, there were too many cookies. So I don't know, man. It's just that is game 3. So 4-game series. We cast the other one early, but I could replay that in slow-mo. Actually, I kind of feel like doing that. You go talk to that. I'm gonna go fight that Annihilation again.
Sure. So how's everybody doing today?
No, talk about what happened in the game, and those.
Oh,
Give me final
right.
thoughts here. That's what we're doing here.
Final thoughts. SynC is looking like SynC, and Nullstone is looking like they need practice.
Yeah.
Nullstone's a great team. They've shown some serious potential, especially in Cycle 2. But I mean, Beaverbanger said in Game 2 he hasn't played Han in a week, and I haven't seen any members of Nullstone on this past week.
Alright, shut up.
except
It's
for
happening.
today.
It's happening at 1.8x speed. Face hug here onto Swiftblade. And that's some magical damage right there. So Balfour, we're going to burn up those charges. 85 right there. And here comes the Hell on Neworth. Nope, there's a Bat Blast as well before it goes in. 100 charge Hell on Neworth. Everybody gets pulled in by the Flux Ultimate. And they get hit by the Phoenix Wave first and just boom. That's some magical damage right there. I can hear myself, by the way, I don't know what the hell's going on with your speaker thing, but here comes the Hell on Neworth. Nope, there's a Bat Blast as well before it goes in. 100 charge Hell on Neworth. Everybody gets pulled in by the Flux Ultimate. Stop. They get hit by the Phoenix Wave first. Anthos, stop. I can hear myself. That's ridiculous. Oh, slapped.
Unicorn stem rainbow.
Massacre. Genocide.
Oh, that's funny.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
Our replays are fun. Anyway. Any actual final thoughts on that, Anthos? Besides SynC Rex? Now I can't hear you. Are you muted?
Right. SynC is looking like SynC, and Nullstone again is looking like they need to practice. I mean, if you're in Diamond League and you're not playing or scrimming for an entire week, you're probably not going to fare too well in Diamond. It looks like SynC or Nullstone's trying to get some last-minute cramming in by doing these scrims against SynC right before the weekend starts, but they need to be playing more. I mean, they logged off right after those scrims, and I don't know if they'll be prepared. I mean, I really want Nullstone to win. Apart from Prime Icarus, I favor them more than any other team. I love the team. I like to see them do well, but their performance today just wasn't all that great.
Yeah, I mean, in all 4 matches, they basically just looked really outmatched. And against some lineups that were not traditional, like it'd be one thing if they were losing to SynC using a full tryhard 5-man lineup, but they're losing to Voodoo Gesture, Balfagor, and mid Pyro. Like, not to say that SynC doesn't know how to play those lineups and doesn't experience those heroes, but that's not typical stuff you'd see in the meta. I don't think we're going to be seeing Flensmeister pick this sort of thing necessarily in Cycle 4, at least in games where they have a significant chance of losing something. And yet Nullstone really just not looking like they know what to do against SynC. And even when they get an early lead, like, they tend to piss it away. So
Right. I'm
they
just
need to be
convinced that
concerned.
SynC can pretty much make any team comp work. after seeing that game for the first one that we casted today that was live, they can make pretty much anything work. I mean, despite how bad their draft is, their team play is just that good. Communication is always on point, and they're so well versed as a team, man. It's like no team in Han right now.
Yeah.
They're just that good together.
It's just, I think they're not that far ahead of people like Willowkeeper. I mean, I think people like Tree could win against them.
Yeah.
I don't think that they will, but I don't want to make it seem like, oh, SynC is unbeatable, because I think they are. They've showed some vulnerabilities, but for the most part, they haven't been close to enough vulnerabilities for them to be really considered anything other than the #1 team in Han, anything other than the absolute favorite for Cycle 4. So we'll see what happens this weekend, but that'll do it for this series, as SynC ends up taking it 4-0, and I probably shouldn't say that because people might have seen the earlier games, but oh well. That'll do it for this one.